This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome, Cinephiles and Cinebites. This is episode 11 of season 3. I'm your hostess, Annika. Bringer of chains, Cinderella Hellborn, cat Cinebite with an attitude, especially if I don't get my cheese. Today we have a guest on the show. She has early roots in studying theater in school and later got the taste of film and never looked back. She is currently working on her directorial debut, a psychological horror thriller, Daytime Nightmare. We touch base on Daytime Nightmare, her work, and get into some fanboy talk on Leonardo DiCaprio, Scott Adkins, and the Terminator franchise. We are inspired by her work ethic and hustle. Please enjoy our conversation with the wonderful Katrina Grey.
All right, well, welcome to this new episode of the Cinephiles and Cenobites podcast. I'm your host, Onofre, and with me, my hetero life mate, Mox.
Yeah.
And, today
That's perfect way to describe me.
Right.
Hetero left mate.
Today we have
/ partner / writing buddy / anyway.
/ everything.
Yes, today we're so stoked. Sorry, we can't contain ourselves.
We have a guest on the show. She is an actress. Some titles include, we have Hard Target 2. We have Troy the Odyssey. We also have Locked Up. And we also have
Ghost House.
Ghost House, yes. That was a good one too. And currently she's, are you in post-production right now with...
in post-production now,
right.
Yeah, with Daytime Nightmare.
Yes, so she's...
Which you wrote, directed, and produced, started.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Daytime Nightmare. Welcome to the show.
Auteur, people. We have an auteur on the line.
Katrina Grey.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
My name is Katrina. I'm happy to be on your show.
Oh, yes.
More than happy.
Thank you.
She's broadcasting from London right now.
Yes.
It's morning time there.
Yes, it's morning. Yeah, almost. Oh, yeah, late morning.
Oh, yeah, mid-morning. It's almost lunchtime, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, something like that. Late morning.
Right on. Yeah, feel free to kind of give us a little bit on your background in maybe acting and how you got all started.
Okay, so it's of course a very long story.
Oh, yes.
I will try to keep it short.
Sure.
But I've been always into acting since I was little. I was doing theater, and I really liked, to do performing arts. I was doing performing arts when I was literally since little girl, and so I was doing a lot of dances. And in high school, I got this scholarship to Mexico. So I was studying last year of high school in Chihuahua, and I was doing musicals in Spanish. And later on, I moved to Thailand, where I was working as a model, and also I was doing commercials, movies, and basically past 5 years I was working on movies and commercials. And then I just recently produced Daytime Nightmare, the feature film. It's psychological thriller / horror. And now I'm in the middle of post-production, but now I'm in London. So I was kind of all over, but all my life I was into acting, mostly theater, but later on I moved to film.
Nice.
Now, let me throw in there, he also spent 2 summers in Oahu, Hawaii, which is where the Cinephiles podcast is from.
Yes.
And is Daytime Nightmare, is that in English? Because I know you're multilingual as fuck. Like, I'm reading over here, whoa, Russian, Slovakian.
Yeah, the movie is in English. It was shot in Thailand, but it's placed somewhere in undisclosed location. And it's supposed to be somewhere in US, but you just can't tell where. And all the actors are mostly American, and I'm the main actress in it.
Nice.
So, as well as director.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That is awesome. Can I ask, we have another homie who kind of spent some years in Thailand making a bunch of films. Is there a big English or American kind of community in Thailand? Because it kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, there is. I mean, there's a lot of expats. So, and then a lot of people work in a production. There's there are also actors and extras, and yeah, it's a great place to shoot because there's a lot of foreign production in Thailand, I would say.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
And then it's awesome that you're in Hawaii because I have a family, my Slovak family in my cousin Joe Valent. So
Right on.
Hell yeah.
as you're listening right now, you're on podcast. So that's my cousin. He's American, but originally his roots are from Slovakia. So yay!
Nice.
I love
Nice.
Honolulu.
Cool. What's up,
Awesome.
dude? Thanks for tuning
Aloha. Mahalo.
in. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, the best thing about Hawaii is like the weather is just very stable. The temperature is
Sure.
good all year long. This is so awesome.
Yes. That's the good thing.
It's never ending summer in the winter.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us maybe your first role in that whole experience? Like, was it grueling to get a part, or was it a walk-on, or you knew somebody? How did that kind of pan out?
I started off with the commercials, and then I made my show reel, and then I started to go into film auditions, and I think, yeah, I mean, it's auditioning process is not easy. It's not easy to land your first role, but if you are lucky, and you do, then you put it on your portfolio, and then that's what I did. I was just slowly building my portfolio, my show reels. And a few years later, here I am with, I have a commercial show reel, I have an acting show reel, and also action show reel because I do enjoy doing action fighting scenes as well.
Nice.
So definitely it was not easy. It's still not easy in any stage of the career because it's like ongoing process and there always are many other actresses in consideration. But I do enjoy auditioning process because at least I get to know the character of potential, role, and it's a practice as well. And it's always different, interesting, just always exploring your sides of yourself that you can portray.
Nice.
And it's never the same. It's never the same.
Is that kind of what draws you to being an actress and I guess a storyteller? Because you like to, I guess, explore these other characters and maybe yourself kind of through them?
Definitely. It's like, you might be, playing someone else, like another character, but that part of you is basically, you have that piece of you in yourself. Otherwise, you could not be able to portray the other character. So we all have different characters in us, but in different proportions, I would say. So you just bring that out more when you need. So it's interesting because it's like, you never do the same thing,
Yeah.
So different life, different story, different backgrounds, and as a storyteller, the same thing. Like, for example, Daytime Nightmare, I wanted to create something new, something different, something that hasn't been done. So that's exactly what I did. That's what Daytime Nightmare is. It's a very unique story, and explores nightmares and daymares,
Okay.
and also through the writing, I wanted to connect with the audience and people, not only as a director, actress, but also as a script writer, because the way I wrote Daytime Nightmare, I believe that people will find themselves in it. And especially when the script turned into movie, thanks to the actors and production and everything. And now when it's all together as a story, like people can see stuff that maybe they thought about before, but they just could not imagine it. So in Daytime Nightmare, it really exists,
Wow.
So I just get in touch with the audience, and so people can maybe find themselves in the story.
Sure. Could you give maybe a brief premise or summary of Daytime Nightmare?
Yeah. So just like one liner would be, Lucy's life changes when her own mind turns against her, and her nightmares become her daymares. So we are exploring nightmares and basically bringing them to life.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm thinking in my head right now, just from that one summary, that it's gonna explore like in and out of the dream sequence, and
Yeah,
like it's reality
We
and
kind of never,
yeah, yeah,
illusion.
yeah, we never know where our sure footing is. That's kind
yeah.
of what it feels like, right?
Yeah, it's on the edge. Like sometimes you do know, but sometimes you think you know, but you don't.
Oh,
And then eventually you don't even know what is real anymore. And
question:
so
um,
the question,
is
yeah,
is there any drug use in this movie?
I don't want to give out plot too much, but
Okay.
there are
Motherfucker asking for spoilers
there are
already.
many there I don't know how much I can say. I don't
Yeah.
want to say too much,
Okay. Yeah. Don't.
Right.
but basically, yeah, there are many layers to the character. There are
Okay.
different reasons for what's happening,
Sure.
and so for sure we are between realities all the time.
Wow.
And then the best thing I wanted to do it because this is a character driven script. It's not much about the story but about what's really happening or not happening.
Yeah.
So you see it from the point of view of the main actress, so you feel it the way she feels it, and then you see it from her point of view. Like in many movies, let's say, they show it from like externally, like, okay, so something is happening to that person, but now I turned it completely around, and it's not like you see it happening, but you are in there and you see it from the person that is happening to, you see it from her point of view. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
So
Ooh.
it's
feels kind of immersive,
Yes. I like those. I like
subversive.
because I'm
I
always
like that it's
yeah.
character driven. Because I'm like we're both like huge genre guys, but it needs to be character driven. Or else, like, if you don't identify with the people put through the nightmare, then you just kind of like,
yeah,
hurry up and get murdered. I want to see the
yeah,
spectacle.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, okay, random guy. I don't care. He die.
Yeah,
You
because
know, but
where is it from? Or
Right. Right.
right, like
I don't need
I
to
saw
know
him
that.
drinking a beer, being an asshole. That's the two things I know about him. Now he's murdered. Who cares? So I like very much that it's a story about a real person that just
yeah.
happens to be horrific. Fuck, now I want to see it. That's
Yes.
every time we
I
ask
can't
people
wait.
about their films, it always makes me want to
Can,
see it
can we
because and then it's like months
right.
later.
What?
When can we
I
expect
mean,
like a trailer?
so basically, it's really this movie because it's so complex and so many things have to make sense. Otherwise, it's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
Uh, so, so basically, since we finished shooting, it was end of April. Since then, we are editing with Mihina Lupan. He's from Film Cube Thailand, and we are working on it every day. And we came to the raw edit, and now we are doing the creative stuff. So we are like redoing, making more interesting, beautiful transitions and this and that. So basically what movie gives really like that kind of twist, that kind of hint of spices,
Yeah.
And
Right.
Okay.
so that's what we are doing now. And so once we finish that, we will cut the trailer and then music and this and that. Like there's also VFX involved, so that takes time.
Nice.
But they're definitely, I'm hoping within like a month. I mean, really month and a half to have a trailer ready.
Sure.
And the movie itself, I'm hoping by January,
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
I mean, since the raw edit is already finished, so now the rest, well, basically the sound post production is the most important at this stage of post production, because that's what gonna give everything, all the atmosphere that you're gonna feel through the movie. Like movie, it's like now I'm very happy with the movie, but the sound is gonna be crucial, the sound effects and everything, and that's actually gonna be done by Randy Kelsey. He's also executive producer on this movie, and he's going to do completely everything: the original sound, film score, sound editing, or he's going to clean up everything, sound mixing, so everything when it comes to sound. The thing is that I love horror movies, all kinds of genre, all types of horror movies. Like I like even the straight to just proper killing, not
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Yes.
I like the ghost stuff, but I wanted to make this one like creatively different, something that hasn't been done. and so that's why it's a psychological thriller horror. So it's horrorish, but it has a character. It has a flow. It's different than other movies. So maybe even people who are not into horror movies will like it.
Ooh.
So it will kind of please different kind of people that maybe they were
Like
not
a
into
wide appeal.
horror, but maybe they will like it because it's the way the story can drag them in. And also it builds up from the beginning till the end. It builds up and up. So
Wow.
I want to make sure that people will watch till the end.
I'm excited for this movie now.
Cool.
Excited.
Are you going to submit it to festivals, or you're thinking of just straight
Definitely.
distributing
This
festivals?
festival material, definitely. I mean, all the actors that worked on the movie, they put like heart in it. Also, everybody involved in a production, also in post production. So, definitely, this is the kind of movie that you want to take to festivals, and including the horror film festivals, definitely.
Nice.
And so that's it's just takes a long time because I'm trying to make this movie very high quality. This is my first project as a director and also writer, and so I want to make sure I do damn good job.
Yeah,
good damn
sure.
job, that good job.
Right. Can I ask which was the hardest part of this entire creative process, and which was your favorite?
My favorite was definitely shooting because we got to explore. We were like so many places, and it was shot in such a beautiful places, and it came so natural to me. Like I really enjoyed directing and acting in the same time because I did all the pre-production myself. I did all the notes for actors. I did all the notes and preparation for myself as an actress, and also separately as a director. So when it came to shooting, it was like perfectly working clock. So it was just timing was great, the coordination was great. So we didn't have any problems. So I really enjoy shooting, and it was a long time. Took a long time, 20 days almost.
Wow,
So
okay.
we really get to spend with each other. Like for horror movie might be. I mean, maybe it's for independent movie. Maybe it's a bit long, but it couldn't be done in less days. It's just not possible because there's like, for example, one scene out of the movie, which cannot say which one, but
Right.
it took me almost 1 day to just make one scene. Imagine
Wow.
out of 80 scenes. So
Yeah.
because that was like the most epic scene. So
Sure.
some scenes take so long, and some scenes took 1 hour. So.
Generally, how long were your working days?
Every day,
Every day?
12 hours.
12 hours.
12
Wow.
hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
12 hours. Sometimes long. Well, for me, it
Yeah.
was 24 hours.
24 hours,
So
right.
Right.
I had rush of adrenaline throughout
Sure.
the shooting. And then I really enjoyed that. Like my favorite time is when I'm shooting. But I mean, to say which is the least favorite, it's difficult because I mean, I'm in love with this movie. I'm really happy about this movie, how it turned out and everything. So I do enjoy the whole process, but I can tell the post production. It's the part that is like I think the hardest because, for example, I never been doing post production before, so I am like learning as I'm going. But I know what I need to do, but it takes so long, and I'm just trying to make sure that I do everything right. So I would say the most difficult part for me at this point is the post production part, but I still enjoy, and I'm until the movie is ready. I'm not gonna stop. So, and I'm working on this movie since January every day. So you can imagine how many times I saw it, how many times I read it, how many times
Sure.
everything. But I still like it more and more. So
Nice. How long was it? So when you got the first draft of the script to shooting?
oh, that's a good question. So basically, I had this. I did original plan
Yeah.
when I spoke to DOP Jan Train, we were talking about making a short out of it,
Sure.
and so I told him my ideas, which was like the basically the best part in the movie, yeah. So the best part, and then it would be like a 10 minute short, and then when I wrote it, I realized like this is not enough. I had that structure, like those best scenes out of the movie, I had in my head for like a year, and it came out from my real nightmares that I had. So
wow.
but that's one thing, like the movie, this movie, Daytime Nightmare, actually, those are real nightmares that I really had. So
Wow.
maybe I don't know if it makes easier, but I just really wanted to take it out of my head and just show people what's in my head, you know. So that's why it's like connecting with the people on many levels. It's very personal, and nobody has done such a thing, like something you dream and then you just make a movie out of it. Well, I just did it. So
Yeah.
basically, I would look into my head and see how I see the world and what I see, what is in my head, and then that's how you're gonna see it in the movie as well. So
Wow.
that's why on so many levels, it's the movie is basically me. But of course, I'm playing character in the movie, but still, it's still me on
Yeah.
script wise, directing wise, as an actress, and also what's happening. Yeah. So basically, back to the nightmares. So I had those nightmares. Like a year before, and I had like, oh, this was such a beautiful short, and then so we were talking about short, and then when I wrote the short in like a couple days, yeah, because I had it in my head, the whole story, and then I showed it to him, and he's like, yeah, great, let's do it. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to do the short, I just want to do the feature film. You want to do it with me? And he said yes. I was like, okay, we're doing feature film. And he's like, okay. And so I was like, okay, give me a few weeks and the script will be ready and I will do the whole pre-production, everything. I was like, okay. And then basically it took me 1 week to write the whole script.
Wow.
To write as a first draft. And I was
Damn.
since until evening, like just sleeping time,
Lots of
nothing else.
coffee too.
Just,
Or
well,
On the grind.
I drink a green tea
okay.
because that gives me energy. Coffee makes me fall asleep for some reason. So I
Oh.
don't
Yeah.
do coffee.
Sometimes it
But
happens. Yeah.
black tea and green tea helps me a lot, and of course Coca-Cola because sugar. So
Yes.
yeah. So for these are the things I drink when I write to keep so to stay awake. But I didn't have that problem when I was writing Daytime Nightmare because it was just, I was in that kind of adrenaline rush. It's like, oh my god, this is good, it's good.
I know the feeling. Yes. It's a great feeling. When you're in the zone, yes.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah. And and so basically for first draft it was the first 1 week, but then the changes, polishing, this and that. So 3 weeks in total for the for finished script.
Wow.
really,
Yeah, 3 weeks.
and that script after the 3 weeks change, you kind of basically that's the shooting script from
That's
there.
it.
Like not
Yeah,
too
we
many.
didn't change anything.
Damn,
Bit.
you move like the wind, Katrina.
Wow.
I mean, that tells me though that's how like personal and how fucking together you had it. It just kind of like flowed out onto the page.
Yeah. And
Um,
but I did have basically because I did the pre-production and during the pre-production I planned out I scheduled the whole movie. I prepared the scenes breakdown, the secure locations. Basically, I'm like line producer and production coordinator and in the same time. So everything was planned out
Jesus.
before, and and then with the actors we had a two-table reading. So I was. I prepared. I had meetings with the actors separately. We did the script breakdown, and we went over the beats and steps and the scenes separately. So everybody, I need to make sure that everybody understands what's going on because they need to understand in which part of the movie it's going to be this and this, and what's going to happen because it's a very complex story, and we were not shooting in a chronological order. Of course, it's
Wow.
impossible. We were shooting end, beginning, middle, and beginning. It's like that every day. So especially we need to discuss the characters, and that's what we did in pre-production. And one time separately with the actors, and one time is all of us together. We did scenes
Wow.
as well
So you spent significant amount of time.
in
That's
Jesus.
really good.
pre-production. Yeah.
Yeah.
Katrina, I like your work ethic.
It's
We
very
need you to come
inspiring.
and produce our film. Do you take your money up front or you get it back end?
How was the working with the actors? Did they provide any new input to any of your characters?
Definitely, yeah. I knew of some of the actors. Well, I mean, I knew the actors before. So even when I was writing the script, I already had some people in mind when I was writing it.
Oh,
So I
nice.
wanted to And then also, for example, one of the person that I wrote the role for was Ron Swarmberg. I really wanted him to be in the movie. He's an action actor. He's really good, and he's actually in a triple threat. It's going to come out soon, directed by Jesse. And then it's a triple threat. It's a great movie. So basically, he's action actor, and I really wanted him to be in the movie. So I wrote the part for him, and also a few other actors. And so basically, they brought the characters to life, but it was meant to be for most of them. It was meant to be. It was written for them. And I mean, they did such a great job, and all of them, just to name them, Bonnie, Raluca, David Asavanont. He's a Thai superstar. He's like he's one of the best actors I ever met. Really, David Asavanont, and all the actors, Alex Winters as well.
It's like you're hyping this movie up, man, and I really want to see it now.
Fuck. I gotta see this. I gotta see this movie. Daytime Nightmare. Easy title to remember, folks. Daytime Nightmare. Can we ask a little bit, not details and stuff, but the funders, did they try to affect your vision, or basically you got the money and they're like, we love your vision, do you?
This is a self-funded project. I funded it myself with Randy Kelsey. He's the executive producer, so it's two of us together. So I am doing decisions myself, everything myself. So it's a big. It might be a big risk.
Big risk. You're taking chances.
But I am taking chances because I believe in the project, and I know this is. It's not easy to get funded for your first project.
Sure.
So but I didn't want to wait 10 years, 5 years to get that chance. I wanted to make that chance happen for myself, and I really believe in this project. That's why I'm doing it, and I'm spending already since January on it every day, and until next January, I'm still going to be doing nothing but this. So I'm giving at least 1 year of my life to it as well, and plus everything what I've got. So I'm putting everything what I can into it.
Wow,
so,
you hear that, listeners?
That's how you do it. You lay it on the line, people.
You just get to work. Get to work. No one else is gonna do it for you. You do it on your own.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think nobody would do this for me. I had to do it myself. I had to create my own chance. I had to, take my life into my own hands. It's really, it's not only easy to get a role, but also the role where you can express yourself as an actress. So that's the reason why one of the reasons why I wanted to do it myself, so I can show my potential and also show my stories, because I'm really enjoying writing scripts. And I have 6 more scripts that I want to produce right after one side. Feature films, yes.
Cool.
And next 2 are also horror related. And but every movie is a bit different. Like there's also historical, there's sci-fi, and there's also paranormal activity kind of thing. So
nice.
Will they all be set in the same cinematic universe? Like all of the characters exist in the same?
Very different stories, very different characters. I'm basically, what I love about movies, and I create everything what I love about the movies, I'm putting in my own script with a unique story. And because I'm a film lover, like what I do, I just watch movies, and it's like, oh, this is great. I need to, use it as well. This is like a good idea. So it's like picking the pieces of the best parts of movies and putting it together, kind of thing.
Nice.
Now, as far as a lot of the producing work, which you also did, like the script breaking down, you're serving as a line producer. Had you done that before? Or you just kind of learned as you went?
I have never done it before. I haven't. But I have a bachelor degree in development economics, and now finishing a master degree. I'm studying online university. So now I'm going to be an engineer in basically international development studies. So I did the projects. I had a subject where I was dealing with the projects, from the budgeting till the real, everything. But it's not a movie. But if you think about it, the management is the same when it comes to different kind of projects. So movie is like just different project. So I kind of knew what's involved, what are the steps to creating the movie. but I just didn't never got to the part of what is after post production. So that's what I'm learning, what to do with it next. So that's what I'm learning as I go as well. Like literally, I'm now studying when I'm doing this post production. I'm doing also the scriptwriter course and product producers course to so I know what to do with the movie afterwards. And yeah, so basically, no, I haven't studied it before, but I'm studying it now. And so many things in the same time. And but it was, I don't know, it's difficult to explain, but I just knew what to do. I don't know what else to say. Because literally, it's like right time, right place.
Yeah.
I know what to do. And that's it. I don't even know how like it might sound easy, but actually it was easy for me, but I just can't explain why. It's just I just knew what to do. And
Sure. Yeah. You're getting things done. That's what it is.
Yeah, I just wanted to get done, so I didn't really think about if I know what to do or not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right.
Wow.
But
You just kind of did it in autopilot, or the necessity kind of just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So right timing, right place.
Yeah. Wow.
So you speak about timing. What made you do it now, as opposed to let's shoot next year, or let's shoot in 2 years, or maybe 3 years ago? Like, why now, this January? You're like, fuck, gotta do this right now.
I remember there were many reasons why then. One of the reasons was that I was doing the audition for I remember Strike Back, was for one of the main roles.
Oh, the show, the revamp of the.
Yeah, and I didn't get it, and I was like, damn, that was such a good role. And then I remember telling myself I really would love to, like, write a role for myself. And then I had on mind that I wanted to do that script, but as a short film, a long time. I never done that. Actually, I never done myself any production before, and not even short film. So basically, I was like, I really would like to write some awesome character for myself so I can act in it, And so that's the time when I approached Jan and I said, do you want to do the short? And he said yes. And then I was like, I don't want to do the short, actually. After I wrote the short, I said, I don't want to do short. I want to do full feature because this is great. I love it. And he said, yes, let's do it. So he just told me, I remember we were sitting in the one of the locations where we actually shot, because I showed him the locations already then. I had already prepared locations. And then he said, yeah, let's do it. And then that's it. Then I was like, okay, I just did it. There was no thinking involved. Literally, there was no thinking. Just let's do it.
Nice.
So like, like we said yes, so I'm not gonna wait around and see if you change your mind or not. You know what I mean? Or me. Just I said yes, and that's it. Like, because when I say something, I really do it. So I just didn't. They just went for it. And here I am.
Okay.
8 months later.
Any films that you kind of had to review, like that kind of take a similar tone to this one?
This movie is really unique. So I would not. I can't really say. I did not have any inspiration, like movie wise.
Sure.
Because I really wanted to go just with my own vision in this one. I really wanted to do what the story felt like for me. But if I can compare it to something, I would say Shutter Island.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense as far as you described it. Kind of, being in and out of, we don't know what reality we're in.
Yes.
Revelation.
So that's the closest I can think of.
Okay. Well, can I ask you about Shutter Island? Okay. So at the end, I want your input.
I know what you're gonna ask me. I know what you're gonna ask me. I know.
Every fucking time, this guy.
Okay. Did Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
Was he already cured, or
no? He's back to one. To one.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes, he resigned. He did not pass through the test, and he was back to again the same. Basically he was in the illusion that he's what was
right.
it? And then so basically that's why the last line he said to his partner that when he realized basically that he's back to zero, like he did not cure. He did not pass that test.
Right.
But in the
did he do that intentionally though? You don't think he was like, I can't go back, like he's aware of the trauma, and he's like, no, just end my life already. I don't deserve to live because of what I did. I think he was cured, and he realized what what really happened, and that was so traumatic that he was like, uh,
You chose to.
I can't go back to the real world, or like I choose not
Mhm.
to be cured anymore. Like just end it. Like
Uh-huh.
so.
Yeah. So I think that he basically was so traumatized that his mind really believed
Really
that
believe.
Couldn't
he's
accept.
in that story, and then the mind, once it's broken, it's
Yeah.
not easy to fix. So that's why I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just his mind is.
Yeah.
They can keep trying. They can keep trying,
And
but
he
it was
won't.
just back.
He'll keep going
Yeah.
back. Whew.
Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite actor. Like that's the dream to
Really?
He's the
act
man.
next to him. Yeah, yeah, he's the man. He's the man. I mean, I have more favorite actors, but he's like the top.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
the dream.
What,
One day
what
to
about
see.
So Leo.
actresses? Who's top
Actresses,
of the list? Yeah.
I would say Meryl Streep. Also, the oh my god, I can't think of any extras now. No, Emma Thompson.
Oh,
Emma
okay.
Thompson. But Leonardo DiCaprio is like the top. One day, one day.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right on. Right on. So you got a lot of background in theater. What would be some of your favorite works to do? Like your favorite plays?
Actually, I I did. I mean, I did like theater, but I would not say. I would say just I enjoy movies
Okay.
more,
Sure.
like motion picture. Like, I mean, I like to watch theater. I like to go to theater now, but I don't know if I would want to do theater again
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm really into producing and
Yeah.
motion picture acting on the camera, something that can be kept, and it's something that you leave behind as a work that you created, in the creative part. So
Right. Right.
which the theater, that's not the case, that it would stay there somewhere like on filmed, and then
Yeah.
forever somebody else can watch it after. So I'm more into movies now,
Sure.
definitely.
Wow. Yeah. You had your first taste and never looked back.
Yeah, it's never look back. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But,
Right on.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with film, yeah, there's so much to do. There's so much to do, and yeah, you can explore all of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Daytime Nightmare. It would never been the same if it was not for everybody involved in the movie, because the whole team was just so great. All the actors, all the crew, and we have a DOP and a camera B. His name is Liam, and then we were two cameras in the same time. So it was that really helped on this movie, because we get to done stuff quicker and more angles, because we had very limited time on every location every day. So thanks to all of them.
We're at the part of the show where we're gonna have to put you on the spot again.
Okay,
All right. So we'd like to ask you to list off your top 6 favorite films of all time.
all time. Whew.
I know.
Okay.
On the
Mm.
spot.
On the hot seat.
Okay, so I wish I
And
had prepared. My memory is so bad, but okay, I would say the most favorite is the one that I've seen so many times, which is Titanic. I mean, Titanic is
I love that. That is the
brilliant.
funniest movie of all time.
I saw that
is
3
my
times in
favorite
theaters.
comedy.
3 times.
I saw it like a million times. But my favorite movies, definitely it would be zombie movies. When it comes to, I really like World War Z.
Oh, yeah. That was
And,
surprisingly good, right?
and then I really like I Legend. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Will Smith. Yeah.
And then
Nice.
also with the Robin Williams, Bicentennial Man.
Yes.
Bicentennial.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a good movie.
That one. Oh, this is my amazing favorite movie. He was my favorite actor. I would say his name now if he was with us. But he's just like one of the best actors in the world. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then movie. I like sci-fi. I like horror. So it was how many movies I said?
So
I don't
Titanic,
know.
Bicentennial Man.
Titanic.
4, so 2 more
World
to
War
go.
Z.
World War Z.
I really like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Zombie.
I love that
Edgar
movie.
Wright.
Terminator and
Nice.
Alien.
And Alien,
Okay,
the first
Alien.
one, Alien.
But
Nice.
these are not like the top. I cannot say the order because I love them all equally.
Right.
Sure.
So this is not from the top to the bottom, yeah. Because Alien, Terminator, Predator, and Titanic, and then the zombie movies.
Sure. Wow, I'm Bicentennial Man.
Nice
Yes.
picks.
Wow,
yeah.
Terminator fan. That's excellent.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god.
You know, I gotta drop this piece of trivia. So, James Cameron had 3 months to produce 3 scripts, and it was for Terminator, the sequel to Alien, which was Aliens, and Rambo 2.
Wow.
Yeah, so he
A
said
lot of work.
he had it was a lot of coffee and a lot of non-sleeping nights, and so
Wow.
I can't remember.
Well, he's a genius. So
So then he got to do Terminator as his, like, he got to direct it, and based on that success he was able to direct Aliens.
yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know when Rambo 2 came out, but yeah, he produced
He did a great job.
yeah, oh, yeah.
He did a very good job, and still by now, I don't think there is a better movie than that. Really.
Well, when did Avatar come out? That was like 2000
2009, 29.
And then I think we're going to get hit with 4 Avatar movies sometime soon. One right after the other. Woo.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the revamped Terminator. That's just gonna like retcon the past rubbishes we've had.
11, I think it's 11/22/19. The new Terminator.
Oh, they dropped the date already?
Yep.
Fuck, I can't wait. And they're bringing back Sarah Connor, like the real Sarah Connor.
Real Sarah
Oh, really?
Connor. Yeah. Linda Hamilton.
That's good. I was wondering why she was not in the latest one as well. Like
I don't know what the fuck happened with that.
She's good. Like she's. Oh my god! Terminator. It cannot be a movie without her. Really. It's like I'm glad that they do that. Really
I know a bit of trivia too. She wasn't in Terminator 3 because her and James Cameron broke up. And she was like, fuck Terminator and fuck you, James Cameron.
So, you know, James Cameron's wife right now is the woman in Titanic, right? So the woman who played Rose's daughter.
Not Kate Winslet.
No. So the woman who played old Rose's daughter.
Oh, Susie Amos.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah?
The blonde girl?
Susie Amos?
Yes.
The blonde girl?
So I believe he
wife?
cheated on Linda Hamilton with her.
Right.
And then
he cheated
and
on,
Linda Hamilton got half of everything.
Half his fucking $8,500 million. What an estate.
So he's going to bring her back.
He's bringing her back.
That's his ex-wife.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting.
But finally we get to see.
But I'm glad for the story. As a viewer, it's very exciting that she's back in Terminator. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really.
Did you like Genesis, like the story or any of the character, the new takes?
Genesis one, the one with the Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
With John Connor as the bad guy. You like that one?
Yeah, I like John Connor, that actor.
Me too. Jason Clarke. Yeah.
We worked together on All I See Is You movie.
Oh, nice.
So I met him, and he's so awesome. He's great and amazing actor. So I'm really glad that he was in Terminator. And is he gonna be back as well? He did.
I don't know. I think what he wants to do, is cut out of canon everything from Terminator 3 to Genesis. I think this is going to be a direct sequel to Terminator 2.
Give the role back to Edward Furlong, please.
Edward Furlong.
I
think the fans want him. Yeah.
I want him back as Connor, please. Like,
Connor.
Go work out, do whatever you have to do.
You mean the original actor?
The original John
Edward
Connor.
Furlong. Yeah.
But I don't know where is he still acting? Is he still working?
He is hardly, and he's kind of fat now. So I don't like, if you look at him now, he doesn't look like somebody who's like scarred on the face who could lead a fucking rebellion. But I mean, shit, he can. I mean, I think people would want to see him. I'll say this: I like Christian Bale. I liked Christian Bale.
Bale's really good. John Connor.
I know everybody hated that movie, but I loved Christian Bale.
I loved every minute.
In anything, really. What do you hate though? I feel like you don't hate anything.
Yeah,
Me?
no,
No. Oh no.
I gotta ask
I,
Katrina.
I, I like movies all kinds as well,
Sure.
so it's difficult to say when I.
How was Scott Adkins in Hard Target 2? Is he a
He's
cool
awesome.
dude?
Yeah, he's very good, very good.
He
Actually, I met him recently at his premiere here in London, Debt Collector,
Oh,
ah
and
nice. That's on
I met him.
Netflix right now.
Yeah, on yes, you have to watch it. It's so good, such a good movie. So it was a premiere in London at the Fighting Spirit Festival, and there was Scott Atkins also. With the director Jesse Johnson, and then this movie is great. You have to watch it. Debt Collector is like wow. It's like it's
nice.
so emotional. It's so much action. It all makes sense, and you just fall in love with the characters. Like I love it. It's just like a perfect movie.
Sure.
And so I met Scott there, and then so we just like chat a little bit, about
Sure.
all good days in Hard Target.
Yes.
But yeah, he's a great person. I'm
Oh,
really
okay.
hoping to work with him again
Sure.
in some another project.
He looks
And
That
he's
is
a,
so
he
awesome.
looks like a
We
cool
always
dude.
hope that all of these guys we love are like cool dudes. Like it's
he,
just
they
it's
are, they are,
heartbreaking.
they are such a good people. It's crazy.
Nice, nice.
Very good people.
Shout out to Scott Adkins.
Atkins, we gotta get him on the podcast. Shit. What I like about Scott Atkins is that he's a martial arts performer, but not like in the old days when I got into action cinema. Like he can also act. I've seen him in roles where he doesn't throw a single kick and he still sells the character. So I
Mhm.
really appreciate that. I mean, he's an actor and a martial artist. Like that's legit.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
End it with Scott
Is it a
Adkins.
wrap?
Yeah.
Have you
Well,
wrapped?
No.
if if there's any shout outs you want to give, also maybe let everybody know where they can reach you on Instagram or whatever
Oh,
social media.
definitely. So I would be more than happy if you could have a look at our Facebook fan page. It's called Daytime Nightmare. So we have a Facebook fan page. Also, I'm on Instagram and Twitter as Katrina_Grey. And also I'm on Facebook, Katrina Grey, my fan page. And my website is also katrinagrey.com. So I will be more than happy if you check out Daytime Nightmare. And soon I'm going to be posting beautiful behind the scenes photos and the trailer coming soon as well.
Nice,
Excellent.
nice, excellent.
Excellent.
Well, Katrina, thank you so much for your
Thank you very
time and
much.
for being on the show. This was a really fun talk.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
it
thank you
enjoyed
very
was.
it.
much. Enjoy very much as well.
And
Always
good
chat
luck
about
to
it.
you and much success to you in your
Thank
future
you so much.
endeavors. Really.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely. We can't wait for the trailer to drop, and hopefully, I hope you submit it to HIF so we can watch it down here, and then maybe
Oh,
they'll invite you to
definitely.
do like
Yeah,
a panel or something. Yeah,
I
and you
would
can
love
visit your
that. I would
cousins.
love that.
Fucking,
Nice.
that would be so sweet. Yeah.
Maybe even go to Hawaii finally after so many years.
Oh
I think last
yes.
time I was there in 2013.
You'll
So I was
you'll
lucky.
you'll deserve a nice
Oh,
little
cool.
vacation after
I'm
everything is
visiting my
done.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Well, cool, Katrina. Well, have a good rest of your day and have a
Thank you.
good
You
weekend.
too.
And keep in
Thank you
touch.
very much for inviting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
All right.
Bye
Bye.
Bye,
bye.
Katrina.
All right. Well, that is it for this episode. Thank you for checking it out. Be sure to check out this episode's show notes for links to all our social media sites. But other than that, be sure to visit our website, nekkomedia.com. That's Nekko media.com.
.com.
And we also be on Twitter and Instagram. Very active on both of those. And you can check those out at cynical_mass. That's CINECAL_MASS. And feel free to get in touch through email, cinephiles and cenobites@gmail.com. Any movie recommendations, we'd love to check it out. Any screeners,
Any screeners?
we'd love to review. Any potential guests? Yeah, we love having guests on the show too.
Yeah, if you're a filmmaker, fucking hit us a line and we'll get you on the show.
A fellow.
Ask you your top 6 movies and what it's like to be an artist like you.
Oh yes, and any fellow cinephiles and cenobites, you are welcome.
Yes.
Any place that they can hit you up, Marks?
At villainous_kind. Instagram and fucking Twitter, but don't bother. I rarely check it except when I'm drunk. So
Okay.
I'd either send it to Ono or the show.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at This Is Ono. That's This Is OHNO. Same goes for Instagram.
Oh no!
Yup. All right. Well, thank you again. Take it away, Annika.
This has been a Nekko Media podcast broadcasting from the Blood Cave, part of the /Podern family. For myself, Annika Pussyfoot, Mox, and Ono, keep the lights on and check under that bed because there's only one universal truth. No lives matter. That means you. Stay rating, Wokeland.
We have candy.
Probably both, it's really bad. And we do the shit all for you. And we sound like shit while we do. Tigers podcast. We broadcasting shit podcast. Tigers podcast. In your face. Podcast. Tigers podcast. We broadcasting shit podcast. Tigers shit podcast. In your face, in your dreams. Shit podcast. This is a Nekko Media podcast.